Hola guys and girls, and welcome to the first team builder of this new GBA season. Very excited to finally get back into a new season of the GBA. We have a bunch of new coaches, excited to face them all, or at least the ones which are in my schedule, of course. Sadly, it's not everyone. But we are starting week 1 versus Tom and his San José Sharpedos, like actually last season as well, where our week 1 matchup was versus Tom 2. So I am happy to battle him again. Last season, I could win rather comfortably. Like, it got a bit closer because of the unfortunate crit, but it was not like he had it like a real, in the end game, that is the real shot at winning. At the beginning, of course, you have a shot at winning. But either way, of course, now it's new drafts. Everyone gained some experience with the new mon, so I can't really depend on last season's result to just happen again. Of course I'm hopeful, but that's not what I can do, especially with the scary draft Tom has now. Last season I think I had a better matchup than now. He has some very scary mons, definitely improved on drafting like he already mentioned himself, but let's go into that scary draft right away. He got the Landortherian, Rotom Wash, Komo, Scizor, Roserade, Swallow, Mesprit, Alamomola, Mega Houndoom, Diancie, and Cryogonal. His 2 Z-move users are the Landortherian and the Cryogonal. Biggest threats on his side of the team, without a doubt, the Landortherian, which is a Z-move user. Which, with the Z-move and with the potential to either go for SD or Rock Polish, or potentially even both, this thing, it has the highest potential of sweeping me. A Scarf set I'm not too worried about, but that means I still have to have my checks healthy. But if it's a setup variant, things can go down very ugly. I would like a SD set more, because that means I can easily revenge kill it. But if it's Rock Polish, my ways of revenge killing it are pretty limited because of speeds, like all my mons. Even most of my potential Scarfers I could have, and yeah, so that means revenge kill is a bit difficult. So yeah, Landortherian, the biggest threat in my opinion. If he brings the defensive one, I would very much love that, because defensive wise I can deal with Lando way easier than with an offensive one, because it's just way too strong. The coverage it has with Z-Fly, it is a big threat to my team. I have to play around with Z-Fly. If it's Z-Fly, it could even be Continental Crush, because Edgequake is rather good with my team. But yeah, that's the biggest threat. Other big threats on this team, notable ones, are of course the Scizor. Bullet Punch Priority is very nice with my team. It could just be Choice Banded. I'm expecting it more to be like something Assault Vesty, Octoberry, something like that, because it's his best check to my Kyurem he has. Other big threats are the Swallow, which I didn't really think it was a big threat at the beginning, but then I started team building, I had my team ready, and then I looked at it and oh damn, that's weak to Swallow. So that is sadly a big threat. And the Mega Houndoom, way too quick, it actually speed ties with my Mega Absol, so I have to rely on the Scarfer to actually revenge kill it. And it's pretty strong with fire and dark coverage, and the ability of course to have Sludge Bomb, which is a bit annoying for my Fini, which otherwise was the Houndoom. With Sludge Bomb, it doesn't anymore, because of course that's super effective and a very strong move. So if you go to Nasty Blocks, that is annoying. Defensive wise, his most annoying mon is the Alamomola and the Diancie. Alamomola of course, because it's just an Alamomola and it wish passes, regenerates, Toxics, knockoff, all this good stuff. Alamomola is always annoying, like even if you have some mons for it, it's always annoying to take downs. And last but not least, the Diancie, because that actually has a decent defensive matchup with my team. It checks Mega Absol, it kind of checks the Kyurem, it kind of checks the Yanmega, and it kind of checks the what else? I think these are the biggest 3, like Kyurem, Yanmega, and the Mega Absol. One of my Z-move users, Kyurem of course, one of my biggest threats, and my Megamon, all are potentially checked by the Mega Diancie. Of course, he has to be prepared for some steel moves, but it does resist the, of course, the Dark Stab from Mega Absol. It does resist both stabs from Yanmega, and it resists the Dragon Stab from my Kyurem, and all of these mons he can hit super effectively, for 1 time, even 4 times super effectively. So yeah, I'm prepared for the Diancie defensive wise. His other mons, of course, I have to look out for them. Rotom Wash is a pain to take down as well. Komo, I'm not really too scared about, because I got a decent amount of checks to that. Roserade can be very annoying as well, like you can remember from my ICBA match versus my first one versus Jakub and the GBA Pikachus, where he had Fini and I had Roserade. It was always a switch into the Fini, and that was very annoying. I could set up spikes, could just go for offensive, Sludge Bombs, Giga Pain, all this good stuff. So that's annoying as well. Mesprit can do a lot, and Cryogonal is potentially there as well, but like, these are like the least threats. Of course, still prepare for them, but I don't see them as big of a threat. Like I said, Landorus Therian, without the doubt the biggest. Then I would say make a Houndoom, and then we can come like to a Scizor, Roserade, Swallow, which are like all on the same level, I want to say. And yeah, that's like the offensive threats, and then we got defensive-wise problems with Alomomola. Alomomola doesn't really, like, I don't know if he would bring it, but if he brings it, it's gonna be a pain to take down. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's go over my team. What do I have to basically counter all these mentioned threats? So here we are on channel. We start with Jeff, our Kyurem-Black. Assault Vest with Ice Beam, Earth Power, Hidden Power, Fire, Iron Head, Max, especially offensive with enough speed to outspeed a max speed Landorus Therian, which will be a theme throughout my team, that a lot of my mons will have enough speed for Landorus Therian. But either way, I am naive still, even though I have an Assault Vest, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Hidden Power, Fire, and Iron Head. Let me talk first about the Assault Vest. For most of my team building, like I start, like you can see, it's my first one, so I started with Kyurem-Black because I saw it has a good matchup, like ice coverage with his team is very nice and has some other coverage moves which basically deal with a lot of his team. So I thought Kyurem-Black has a nice matchup with him, has a nice speed here, still not being Landorus Therian, all this good stuff. But I started with a Berry variant, and then I finished building, and I saw that I'm way too weak to stuff like Roserade and Swallow. So I decided actually to switch it out with Berry for the Assault Vest, mainly to surprise him. I don't think he would see Assault Vest Kyurem-Black coming, he probably just sees Berry as well, or like a Choice Scarf variant, or a Sub Leftovers variant, something like that. But either way, Assault Vest is, in my opinion, a very nice way to surprise him, basically. Like, he goes for Dazzling Gleam of Roserade, thinking he would KO me. Nope, he dies to Ice Beam. Goes for, like, a Boom with a Swallow. I take it, boom, I can kill him with Ice Beam. So there's a lot of potential where I can surprise him with Assault Vest, and it just makes it way more bulky on the special side. So, yeah, we will see if that works out for the moveset. Of course, Ice Beam being my main stat, Earth Power there for stuff like the Rotom, the Houndoom, the not the Diancie, for that I have another move, but these are like the main ones I want to hit because they resist the Ice Beam, and then Hidden Power Fire, of course, for the Scizor. Even though I have not Berry, I can actually take one Bullet Punch from the Scizor. So if I can go for an HP 5 versus that would be awesome. If he has Aqua Berry, or Assault Vest, I have to be a bit more careful, because then you can of course go for like 2 Bullet Punches on Iron Head, which would actually kill me. And then you have Iron Head there over Flash Cannon, because I can see because I'm minus Def Nature, that's because of Iron Head. My attack stat is still higher than my special attack stat. Iron Head, like I said, is there for the Diancie because it hits it way harder than a Flash Cannon would do. Like I said, I think if Diancie would come, I see it more as a special defensive mon to check my Yanmega, because if he really wants to check Kyurem, like I said, I have Iron Head, Flash Cannon access to that, Absol has access to Iron Tail and all this good stuff, but Yanmega is the only one which would have to rely on a Hidden Power to actually deal with it. It gets Steel Wing, but Yanmega doesn't have that much mixed capability as the other ones do, like Kyurem-Black and Absol. So that's, I think, it would bring more of a Spadef variant. And even if he's physically defensive, Iron Head still would do more than Flash Cannon. If he's fully special defensive, Iron Head has a chance to OHKO him if he's not a Berry. So, and of course, a chance to flinch. So that is very nice. Kyurem-Black actually is a very likely lead on my part, because it deals with a lot of his team, outspeeds a lot of his team, and can deal with them, go for either kill them or do a lot of damage. So that is very nice. Sadly, I am minus Def Nature, because if I would be minus Attack Nature, I would have to run Flash Cannon over Iron Head, because it would of course do more, but Flash Cannon doesn't do a lot to, like, for example, if he is really a Spadef Diancie, I can't OHKO. There's no chance to OHKO it with Flash Cannon. So I decided to rather go for minus Spadef. Still have a little bit of investment there to maximize my special bulk, but that way my Iron Head is stronger. A general rule of thumb is, if you don't have to hit a certain number, like you want to live a certain hit, you want to outspeed a certain mon, the best way for your natures to go is always to go plus nature on your highest stat and minus nature on your lowest stat, because that's where you lose the least amount of stat points. And that's what I did basically here. I wanted to hit a certain speed number with my 95 speed, outspeeding the 91 base Landorus Therian, and my lowest stat is the base stat is the Spadef, so minus Spadef loses me the least amount of points. It would be minus defense, it would lose me more stat points, and actually gives Bullet Punch a chance to OHKO me from a Choice Band Scizor, so I do not want that. And then of course I have like some HP to have uneven HP number, but you already know the deal with that. But yeah, that is the Kyurem-Black. Very nice to break a lot of steam basically, and basically surprise him maybe with the Assault Vest. Next up, we got fully special defensive Tapu Fini with Scald, Nature's Madness, Taunt, and Defog. For one, this is of course my Defogger. That's what, like you can already see on the fourth move. I have, for the spread, I'm fully special defensive because this is my main check to the Mega Houndoom. Like I already mentioned, this guy does wall both its stabs, and it's resist fire, it resists dark. It sadly doesn't resist the Sludge Bomb. That's why I had to be sadly max special defense, because that allows me to live 2 Sludge Bombs or +2 Sludge Bomb if he has a nasty plot, and still do a lot of damage with Scald. I have Scald over Surf because he has a decent amount of floating ones like the Landorus Therian, the Rotom Wash, the Swallow, the Mesprit, the Cryogonal, which all can be burned because they are floating, they're not affected by Misty Terrain, I can still burn them. That's why I want to have Scald over Surf. The 10 more base power was not really worth it. So yeah, I am aware that Misty Terrain blocks the burns, but even not for these floating ones. That's why I still have Scald. And then Nature's Madness Taunt combination is basically there to 1v1 beat the Almamola, because Fini brings the Misty Terrain, I can't Toxic it. Like switch in and Toxic it, so that's very annoying. I have to beat it another way, and that is with Taunt, Nature's Madness. Taunt stops it from rishing and stuff like that. With Nature's Madness I can do basically wear it down very easily, and it really doesn't have anything to hit the Tapu Fini. Okay, in return, it can't Toxic me because Misty Terrain, and if I taunt it, it can't either way. And like Scald, Waterfall, all this good stuff, Knockoff won't do anything to my Fini. That's why I can still beat it 1v1, and then Defog for Hazard move, of course. Taunt can be useful for some other things as well, like if I want to stop the, I don't know really, I go for Taunt with the Molder, I taunt the incoming Roserade, because that's of course a good switch in, that means you can go for Spikes. Nature's Madness is still very nice for the Roserade because it does guaranteed half to that, at least the first one, so I maybe force him to Synthesis on my switch out to something else, and that means I can deal with it a bit more easy. Next up, we got Sanic, which is my physical defensive Shaymin. This is my main check to the Landorus Therian. With Giga Drain, Hit Earth Power, and Hidden Power Ice. Yes, I have Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus, over Hidden Power Fire for the Scizor. That's kind of the struggle with this team. The Lando and Scizor combination is a bit annoying because you have to choose one. Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Fire. And Hidden Power Fire would be better for overall coverage because I still hit Landorus Therian neutral with my grass moves. But since I'm defensive, my grass moves aren't doing a lot to it. And like I said, I need something to revenge kill the Landorus if it's a rock polished variant. Then my Shaymin can still take the hit. I can go for HP Ice and do a lot of damage to it and potentially even kill it. Earth Power, I have Giga Drain, of course, being my main step, gain some recovery, Surfaces for overall recovery. Earth Power is just there because of Giga Drain and Hidden Power Ice, I can't touch the Mega Houndoom at all, so I want to have something to hit it at least, and this move being Earth Power, so that's very nice. It does check the Rotom Wash as well. I resist both Volt Switch and Hydro Pump. If he burns me, I can just switch out to naturally cure that out. And I have the Cobra Berry for the Z-Fly from the Landorus, so I can live 1 Z-Fly. If he is at +2, I can live the Z-Fly comfortably. And after that, if he is Z-Fly, he can't really touch me anymore. Stone Edge really only does damage to me if he sets up an SD. Earthquake won't do damage at all to me, and if he keeps going for Fly, it's a 2-turn move, so I can switch accordingly versus that. So yeah, like Synthesis up on that and stuff like that. This is basically my check there, just in case he's the rock polish variant. If in SD variant, I have a lot of monster revenge kill it. For example, my Kyurem-Black and some other monsters you will see later down the line. But this is just the Cobalion to check a potential rock polish Landorus. That is very annoying. And it's a good check to like Scarf Landorus as well. U-turn will hurt. But if I see U-turn, I'm already happy because that means it's most likely not a sweeping variant. And then I can deal with that better. Next up, we got Cabra, which is my physical defensive Cobalion, Flash Cannon, Hidden Power Fire, Volt Switch, Stealth with the Rocky Helmet. This is there to check the Scizor. I have enough speed to, once again, outspeed Landorus Therian, so I can hit the Flash Cannon, bring in range of HPIs, bring in range of some other moves you will see later down the line. Volt Switch for Momentum, Hidden Power Fire, of course, for the Scizor, and Stealth Rock because we want our hazards up versus him. I have enough physical bulk to live 1 Choice Banded Superpower from the Scizor, so in case he predicts me on a switch in, I can switch at least once in, he goes for Superpower, get some Rocky Helmet damage, and then can either go for Hidden Power Fire for the kill, or potentially Volt Switch out, getting some momentum, because I'm of course guaranteed faster, and if he's Choice Banded, he can't kill me with the Boulder Punch. If he's not Choice Banded, the Superpower Boulder Punch combination won't kill me either way, so yeah. My check to Scizor is Cobalion, I of course resist both his Steel and his Bug move. Superpower is basically the only thing I have to be worried about. But yeah, that's basically it. Momentum grabbing, Flash Cannon there as my main stab move, because the other special stab move I would have to give this thing would be Focus Blast. Like you can see, I'm specially attacking, so Hidden Power Fire does the most damage, so I couldn't run like Close Combat or something like that. But Flash Cannon still is a nice stab move, hits the, let's look at it again, the Diancie and the Cryogonal for good damage, so I'm happy with that. Like I said, mainly there for Scizor, getting some momentum, getting Stealth Rocks up, and still being very speedy at all. And so maybe can get some revenge kills going on. Next up, we got the main sweeper of the team, which is my Yanmega with Flying UMZ, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Giga Drain, and Protect. Once again, enough speed to outspeed Landospherian, so I don't have to Protect versus that to get my speed boost going. And once I get two speed boosts, I will speed his whole team. Once I get one speed boost, I will speed his whole non-Scarf team, of course. And Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Giga Drain is a very nice stat combination versus team. Everything I hit, at least neutrally, or for very good damage. Landorus, Air Slash, Rotom Wash, Giga Drain, or Bug Buzz even, Komao, Air Slash, Scizor, Air Slash, Roserade, Air Slash, Swallow, Air Slash, Mesprit, Bug Buzz, Limbermola, Giga Drain potentially, Mega Houndoom, Bug Buzz, or Air Slash even, Diancie, Giga Drain, and Krookodile, Bug Buzz, and Air Slash as well. I have the Flying Z because once I did go down this, you heard Air Slash a lot, which is my best move to hit it, being my Flying Stab move. So I have the Flying Z to improve the damage output from my Flying Stab versus some of these mons, so I can late game sweep them. Like weaken some of the mons, one can stay a bit more healthy, then I can put my Z move into action versus that. And yeah, I have Yanmega here as well because I actually needed at least one ground immunity on my team, because if he's Scarf Landorus, him spamming Earthquake could be annoying if my Shaymin is weakened. So I want to have at least one ground immunity on my team, and Yanmega looked to be the best one out of my team. And yeah, next special attack. Let's see if it can sweep potentially. Flying Z, Air Slash does a lot to even the special defense of Scizor. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using Yanmega in League format. I'm very happy that I drafted it. Of course, I have to be careful about hazards, but Walnut, my Tapu Fini, can defog on a lot of his mons. So I think I am prepared for that. And its most premier rocker, I want to say, is of course the Landorus, which I don't think it is. If he is a rocker, I actually think it would be Diancie, which he most likely will bring. So I can weaken that with my Landorus, or with basically everything on my team has a super fit for Diancie, so I can weaken that very easily and then pick it off with Giga Drain, or remove hazards or prevent hazards even. Next up, we got our main revenge killer of the team, and potentially sweeper, which is our Krookodile Choice Scarf Moxie, with once again enough speed for our next speed Landorus, with Earthquake, Knockoff, Aqua Tail, and Pursuit. Earthquake, Knockoff, of course, my main stab moves. He has nothing really which wants to take a knockoff. That's why I first had Mega Absol on the team as well, but I need a Scarfer to really revenge kill a lot of his mons. So yeah, Knockoff he doesn't really like Knockoff his team. The only mons which like Knockoff are the Komao and the Mega Houndoom and the Diancie. Two of those I hit super effectively with Earthquake with this guy, so really only Komao could like fairly switch into this if he doesn't want to predict really, but Komao still takes the butt ton from Earthquake. Then I have Aqua Tail, which hits the Landorus, of course, super effective damage once I go for Knockoff. Knockoff, of course, won't do too much to it, because once it's the Intimidate, and it's potentially a Z user, which I'm very confident it will be, and that means Knockoff is weakened. That's why I have the Aqua Tail for that. It helps me with Mega Houndoom as well, because if I want to go kill the Mega Houndoom, I bring it in, like he predicts me to go for Earthquake, I can just pick Aqua Tail and potentially grab a kill versus the Landorus, which he could bring in because he expects me to go for Aqua Tail. Then I have Pursuit as last. Not really because I want to Pursuit Trap the Mesprit, because Mesprit is a bit iffy if it would come or not. If it comes, of course I can Pursuit Trap it, but because I don't really need a fourth move. All his checks to that, his best check to that is most likely Rotom Wash, or a defensive Landorus, which I'm very happy to see, but most likely Rotom Wash. So I had Toxic on it at first, but seeing that Rotom Wash probably doesn't stay on the field very long, it probably just takes a hit, Volt Switch out and stuff like that once I go into my Shaymin, so toxic damage wouldn't rack up very big. So that's why I decided to put Pursuit on this day, because there are a lot of mons which he would switch out the Rotom, which I still want to kill, like his Swallow, for example, which is not very bulky, his Roserade, for example. All these mons I can still Pursuit Trap with this guy if he wants to switch out into his good check, which is most likely the Rotom. That's why I decided to have Pursuit there. Not really special for like his Psychic type, the Mesprit, more in general to like still get good damage on something, even though he has a good check to that. So yeah, that is the full team versus Tom and the San José Sharpedos for week 1 of the GBA. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. What do you think will put in the most work? What do you think will put in the least work? What would have you done different? Either way, the match is going up tomorrow, and I hope you're excited for that. Either way, that is all from me. I will see you another time. Ciao.